Today I'm going through all of the reasons why I will not be on Amazon with my current e-commerce business that I'm growing. I've learned in business to never say never. However, I feel pretty confident in saying I will not be back on Amazon. I was on Amazon a little bit with my clothing business, and I was on there with a lot of exposure for my home decor business. Now, in saying that I'm never going on Amazon again, I want to point out that Amazon was an amazing platform for launching my brand, getting eyes on my brand. It definitely served that purpose, and I made a lot of money off of Amazon. Short term, being on Amazon was amazing, but I'm going to go into exactly what happened long term with my business on Amazon. When I initially started my home decor business, one of my main goals was to be on Amazon because I knew that it would be a lot of eyes on my product. I knew I could sell a ton of product. And I also knew that if I ever wanted to sell my brand, that being on Amazon was just another outlet of sales that a buyer would look at and take into consideration when purchasing my brand. I don't necessarily regret being on Amazon with my home decor brand, but it definitely was an eye-opening experience, and I learned a lot of things in the long term that I didn't know in the short term. So let me dive into this so that you can understand it a little bit better. Here's the first thing that you should know about Amazon is that when I was selling on there, which was 2019 to 2021, at that time, their fee structure was a complete nightmare. I had no idea at any point in time what I was going to be charged, why I was going to be charged it. I would spend a lot of time going through their fee structure and just having a really difficult time figuring out exactly why we were charged for certain things and what to expect to be charged on new items that we were sending in. That made it really hard to price products. In the end, we were always making money. However, it was always very difficult to figure out. Which leads me into my next point of why I didn't like selling on Amazon is that it was very, very hard to get a hold of an actual person to talk to. And if you did get a hold of someone, it was always a 2 to 3 day wait usually to hear back and get things resolved. And that was probably a short time frame compared to what some people deal with. It was really frustrating not to have an account manager of some sort that you could reach out to if you ever needed anything urgently for your account. The next thing I want to mention is that to Amazon's platform, it's Amazon's rules, and whether you like it or not, they can shut you down at any point in time. Now, I never got shut down, I never got my listings taken down, but I was always in fear that I would wake up one day and something like that would happen. And that was something that I always kept in the back of my mind. And that's something to remember for any deal site, anywhere that you sell your products, is that that's their platform, that's their rules. And that's why with this business and with my previous home decor business, my main focus is my Shopify site. Now, I know that Shopify is still an outside platform, but I've never heard of anyone getting their site shut down or not being able to resolve an issue with Shopify. I view a Shopify store as being your own customers and a place that you get to sell your products and do your own thing. I'm leading up to the number one issue I had with Amazon, but let's get into a couple more points before I share my number one gripe with Amazon. The next issue I had is that Amazon is really there for the customers, which I don't disagree with in business. I think that customers absolutely have to be your main focus. However, when you're running a website and you have vendors selling, you have to figure out a way to also support those vendors. And I really feel like Amazon does not do a great job at supporting their vendors. One of the main issues I saw with this was when we would get product returned. In order to get a free return shipping label, sometimes customers would put in that the item had been damaged. So we would receive back an item that was in perfect condition and it had been returned as damaged. And this happened over and over and over. And the issue with this is that Amazon has a certain threshold that you have to stay in order to continue selling on their site. And if you keep having damaged product returned, it's gonna count against you and eventually get you kicked off of Amazon. We never got to the point of getting kicked off, but every day it was definitely a concern, and every day it was a growing frustration receiving product back that was in perfect condition and they were just needing to get a free return label. On top of this issue we had with return items, we also had the issue of Amazon actually saying that they would send us back the item and then we would receive an item that wasn't even ours. It wasn't even labeled with our label. So instead of receiving back one of our home decor items, we might receive a blanket back or a broken candlestick or something like that. So we did lose a lot of product just due to Amazon's system and not receiving our items back. Again, we always made out ahead, so it worked out okay. These were just really frustrating problems that we had along the way. Now, the number one issue that I had with Amazon is the stealing of products. And this was a major, major issue for me while I was selling on Amazon. So we would come up with a unique product, we'd put it on the site, and someone would either steal our pictures and list them, or they would come out with the exact same product and basically steal our description, steal our information. They would undercut us on the price and steal all of our customers away. This started happening more and more frequently, and it was really frustrating. And at some point, you just can't keep lowering your price and continue to make money. I'm not sure what the solution is on Amazon's end. Obviously, stealing pictures is an easy one to take care of and to shut down, but when someone steals your exact design and lists the product within a week or two of them seeing reviews coming in and sales coming in, it's really frustrating. There's so many tools now that can tell people exactly how many units someone is selling on Amazon, what they're making, and it just got really frustrating to continually keep trying to come up with new products and just be undercut several weeks after you'd list the product and start getting sales. Now, I know that anyone selling on Etsy, anyone selling on a deal site of some sort, the same thing can happen. Someone can go to my website and steal all of my products and come out with the exact same products. However, when you're on Amazon, there's a lot of overseas sellers and they can definitely sell the products a lot cheaper than what we can sell them. So I decided this time around just to keep my products off of Amazon, keep them a little bit more under the radar from all of those types of sellers, and just really focus on growing a community, growing my Shopify store, and growing a brand. I'm not quite as concerned this time around in selling my brand for having an Amazon store. I know that when you're selling brands, things go in waves. So sometimes buyers are really looking for an Amazon storefront, and sometimes buyers really recognize the importance of having your own store, controlling your own customers, having that customer list, and having that relationship with the customer. If it was me and I was buying a business, I would definitely value a Shopify store over having an Amazon store. So this time around, I'm trying to build my Shopify store, build a text list, an email list, and really create that community with my customers. And I think I can do that better by not being on Amazon. I don't want to be worrying about having price wars with someone, having to constantly lower my price, having to worry that someone's constantly going to be undercutting and copying my products. It's just not worth it this time around for the money and the headaches that came with it. Let me know if you have any other questions regarding Amazon or how I'm building my business this time around, and I'll be happy to answer them. Hopefully this video was helpful, and I'll see you next time.